Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. Ooh, my squeaky stand. Thank you so much for joining. How is everyone out there? How are you all doing today? I'm sorry, I'm flushed. I just can't, I was coughing right before this. Um, my allergies are acting up. Something's acting up. I feel very congested today. So, um, that is a thing, and if you notice that, probably. How's everybody else? We just got back from Pittsburgh, like literally about, well, a few moments ago. We ran into the house. um there was um some junk and garbage that blew into our yard um during the big windstorm the night that it snowed. So we didn't know that all this stuff was there, and the snow has melted now. So we came home, we're like, oh, so had to clean that up and then ran up here to do the live. So this is an afternoon live because I have my pottery class tonight. So I will be going to that um, around 5:30 or so. So we're going to do a quick afternoon live here and show you some stuff and see if you like it. Hopefully y'all do. Please do share this. I don't even think I shared it yet. I'm going to go ahead and share it into our design challenges group and on our story, and make sure people know we're here. We were in Pittsburgh today teaching, so that was fun. Let me tag, hey everyone, come hang out. Um, Marianne's here. Hello, Marianne. Thanks for being here. One of the few people here. I only see a few people showing up watching. Diane's here. Hello, Diane. Welcome. How's it going for you? I haven't seen you here in a while. How's everything going for you? Um, yeah, it's been a busy day. I'm a little disoriented because I didn't get much sleep last night, as I knew that was probably going to happen after I had to run up to Johnstown last night late. I don't think I got back home until about midnight from Johnstown, and then um, we had to make dinner. Andrew cooked dinner, thankfully, while I took a shower, and I think I got to bed around 2 or 2:30 before I finally finished up some things, ate dinner, and kind of got myself relaxed enough to fall asleep. It was probably 2:30 or 3. And then up at 7 today to get ready to go to Pittsburgh to teach at Contemporary Craft. And we had Andrew taught an enameling class there. I did the TAing for a group of high schoolers. So that was really fun. We enjoy these classes. They are very nice, and it's great to teach these kids. Most of the time, the kids have almost no experience with enameling, but this class, almost everyone did. So we took them over, our way of doing it. They had never used kilns before, though. So they had only done torch enameling. So we worked with the kilns and taught them how to use those. And it was really fun. And everyone, we're always so, um, I don't want to say amazed. We're not amazed. We're just so happy that um, these kids really take to it. Most of them are in jewelry classes of some sort in their local schools, which in a public school system just astounds me because we did not have that growing up. I wish we did. But we have the chance, we didn't have that chance, and they have the chance to do this. And so they're in these classes. At least you would hope that they want to be, some of them. I know it's probably a just an elective for some of them that they have to fulfill, but most of them seem to be very interested in it, and they always come out with such good projects. um, I don't think we've had like anything that we consider a failure, or and with enameling, that is rare. If you've done enameling before, enameling can be very finicky. But the way Andrew teaches it, he takes them through every step and doing it, the right way, maybe in some ways overdoing it, but it's always been working out for the students and they get to walk away with a project. And all the students today walked away with at least one, some walked away with more than one. So that was really nice. And it's always good, they always are pretty quiet. Um, you know, I don't know. Kids these days, I think, get a bad rap. We always talk about how kids don't want to do things and they don't want to, invest themselves in things, and they're not polite and they're rude, but that is not the case at all with any of the kids that we have taught. Um, I say kids, these are young adults. They're like, you know, 10th, 11th, 12th graders. Um, so, teens slash young adults. And um, they've all been super polite. They're oftentimes so quiet. And, getting them to open up a little bit, and, by the end of the class, they're usually talking once they've got their project like really in the works and they've gotten to know the process a little better and us a little better. We're only there for about 3 hours. Um, it's actually 2.5 hours generally, and that's if everybody's on time and we start on time. Um, and then they go and they have lunch there. And so it's by the end, we're talking more, we're getting to know each other more, and it's a really fun time. And so today was no exception. It was really fun. We had a smaller class today. I think there were 6 people. Yeah, there were 6 people in the class, and it was just a nice time to get to know more kids and people who are interested in making jewelry. Um, None of them, at least the ones that talk the most, none of them like have super plans to like make this their living, but they're all excited by it and they all have enjoyed learning, and it's been really good. So that was really fun. Let's see here. Oh, Diane just switched to YouTube. Cindy's here and just also said moving to YouTube now. Um, Diane says going fine, just working on Helpful Hound inventory, restocks, new stuff, etc. Nice. Marianne shared and liked. Thank you so much for doing so. Um, yeah, because I don't know if, if people are going to know that we're out there. And I also think when I share it to the group, sometimes people comment in the group and I can't see their comments, which is a whole other thing. Let me make sure my volume's down or you're going to hear me jabbering on. But let me see if I can jump into the design challenge group here and make sure. I don't know if it's not the case all the time, and I can't figure out why. Sometimes when I share this, yeah, I don't see any comments there yet. I'll keep that up just in case, because the comments aren't coming through here. Um, Marion says, "Hey to the lurkers." We've got a few. We've got a few apparently, because my numbers are saying a little bit higher than the number of people chatting. We do know there are people that watch us, but hardly ever say anything, and that's okay. We would like to get to know you. But there have been a number of people, even in the store in Johnstown, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I watch your lives all the time." And I'm like, "But I don't know you. I don't know you. You should say hi so that I know you." Um, we get that a lot. It's, people know us, but we don't know you. And we share a lot of our lives on here. And so sometimes it feels a little strange because we're like, "Oh, you watch?" And I'll be at the store talking to people and I go through the whole thing. I talk about the lives that we do and what we talk about. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, I watch you." And I'm like, "I didn't have to say that then if I would have known. You already know." But it's all right. I know. It's sometimes you don't feel like talking. Sorry. Um, so yeah. But that's okay. But it is nice to get to know people. It's nice when we can actually get to know people and they can get to know us better. And I think it's like you're going to get to know a lot of us just by watching these and us interacting with other people. But I think it's nice when we can interact one on one. Kind of, it's not one on one, right? It's one on many, hopefully. But when you comment, we can comment back, and that isn't. It's like a personal interaction, which is kind of nice. Cindy's over there now. Nice. Lurkers are welcome too, says Marianne. That's right. Hey, Pamela. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us over there on Facebook. We appreciate that. So that's what we did today. Sorry, I'm super like I was coughing my head off just before the live, and now I feel like there's something trapped in my throat. I'm gonna take a drink, but that hasn't been helping because I've been drinking this the whole time. But yeah, so we just came back from Pittsburgh, literally walked in the door, ran up the stairs to the office, and set up the stream. So I don't have too much picked out. So we're going to do some random stuff that we're going to show you today, and hopefully you'll like that. I have my pottery class tonight. It's the first pottery class. At least I think we have pottery class. I'm pretty sure it's on for tonight. So um, hopefully I'm not driving down there for nothing, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see any cancellations. So I'm pretty sure it's on. We were gone for Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. I think both of those days were days that would have been pottery class. So I've been gone for like 2 or 3 weeks. I think I was there the week before. So we've been closed for about 2 weeks. So it feels very strange not having done that. So I'm going to get back into that and see if my test tiles, I think my test tiles will be done. So I'll see what they look like. I made some test tiles before I left and took some notes on what they were and took pictures of them. So I should hopefully be able to match them up with what I actually did on those tiles. At first, I was just taking pictures and I was like, ooh, I forgot. I'm like, I'll remember what I did. And my teacher's like, you better write it down. And she knows me. Um, so I'm glad she did that. So I have pictures to reference and see how that goes. But yeah, I sold some of my pottery today. Thank you so much if you're watching for grabbing some of my pottery. I still have pottery in the online store. Apparently, there is a few pieces left. Yeah, and I put some more in there the other day. Well, probably a week or two now ago. Some of my little dishes, and I found some more that I had put on there, and I don't think a lot of people saw the next kind of batch of those. So those are out there. I put a mug out there. Um, I think I have these yet. I have these that I just remembered that I didn't put out there yet. So I have to put these out there in the online store. And I'll do that at some point soon, sooner rather than later, hopefully. And Andrew is working on things. He is preparing for a release on the 9th, on Friday. So we're going to release some of his things that have never been released for sale before and some of the new things that he's been creating. We're hoping to do that, I think, in the online store as an online store release. That may change to a live release. We'll see. I don't know. We might go through them once in the live and then push them into the online store, or it might just be online store. We're trying to get people to see the online store more often. This is something we've talked about before, but it still is an issue. Um, we're trying to figure out ways to get people to notice the online store. Um, we get a good number, it seems like, of people visiting the store, but not really looking through it too much. And so we're trying to think of ways that we can get people to realize all the different things there are in the online store. And we're not quite sure how we're going to go about that yet, but we're discussing that internally here and what it means and how it might function to give more of a view, try and show more products without making it, we don't want to crowd up the timeline. We used to do that. We had an auto post feature. We had an app that would auto post something from the online store once or twice a day. And what we found is when we used that, it didn't help. Um, those posts barely got any likes, any comments. Um, and it didn't seem like it was feeding people into the online store or getting people, interested in it. Obviously, those posts weren't attracting many people, or Facebook wasn't showing them to many people. That's also a possibility. But what it did do is it filled up our timeline with these posts that people weren't looking at. And that's not what we want. So we're trying to think of other ways that we can get people into the online store and have them take a real look. Um, let's see here. Oh, Kimberly's here. Hello, Kimberly. Thanks for joining us. It's nice to see you here. Um, Marion, this is a weekly feature section. Maybe that's one thing we've talked about, a weekly feature or a weekly sale, or um, even some like daily sales where you have to grab the things that day if you want to grab them at the sale price. So it will also entice people to go in and look and see if they really want it, and maybe also show them more things in the online store. Um, we used to do we used to have a permanent sale collection on our online store, where there was always something on sale. I would pick new things every week, um, and for that week those items would be on sale, and then the next week something else would be on sale. And some people like that, but it also didn't really seem to gain much traction with people, and people didn't seem to use it very often. So we're not sure what the answer is, but we th- we keep talking until like we need to add things regularly to the online store, but also if we just keep adding and people aren't seeing stuff in the online store, um, then we're just creating a huge inventory pileup, that's not going anywhere. And so that's the thing. I know some people have thoroughly looked at the online store pretty well, and they know the things that are in there, um, at least a lot of them. I forget all the things that are in there, so I know there's probably no one that knows everything that's in there, but um, unless you're like a super fan. But I don't know if we have people like that are always in the online store. But yeah, it's if we keep adding new things, and new things do attract people. When I add new things, generally we get some sales in the online store. But we always add more, of course, than what is sold. So then we start getting an inventory pileup, and then those things kind of disappear. And that's the kind of the hard part of the equation is how do we stop those things from disappearing? What can we do? And like Marion said, a weekly feature section or something like that. It has to be something that, um, the daily things don't seem to necessarily work, or they weren't working before. We don't know if that's because it was an automated app that was doing it, that Facebook kind of knew that, and it was kind of making those posts lower in views, um, or what was going on with that. We're not 100% sure. It's impossible to tell, but um, I don't know. And we don't want it. We're trying to turn away from always feeling like our Facebook timeline is selling stuff. It fills up with these lives and things like that. But we also want community on the timeline. And we have that in the design challenges group, and that's great. But we also want to try and create that feeling more on our Facebook page and be less selling forward. Um, but also, we have to make a living. And if y'all saw Andrew's post earlier today, last year was an exceptionally hard year, coming off of another exceptionally hard year. So um, it's something that we are um, kind of looking at very, very hard right now, and how we can change things and keep the community, but not have too much selling, but also sell stuff. Because we are a business and we must do that. We are not a nonprofit. We are a business. We must sell things. We must be profitable. And so um, that is that's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to to try to figure out, but we are pressing hard to try to figure that out. Andrew just popped in, says the thing about social media is that it keeps changing. Yes, it's always changing. And one thing that works one day, the next week, it may not be working the same. The next day, it may not be working the same. We have some of our reels, they will get thousands and thousands of views, and then the next one gets 10. Um, it's just very hard to tell why or what's going on, or you can do something that you think I did this exactly the same way, um, and it doesn't gain any traction. And so, we're trying to figure out what to do with all of that. Marion says, I have to admit, I am a live buyer mostly. Yes. And that's the idea is not to take the people who are live buyers and just convert them to online store buyers. We don't want to do that. Um, we want to find people who want to be online store buyers, um, and add them to all of you out there who are the live buyers. That's what we need to do to survive. Converting people from one to another is not it. And so we're very appreciative of all those of you who buy on the lives, and that's your preferred way of purchasing. And that's why we do these, because we know that this is something that a lot of people like, and we appreciate that. And we're going to keep doing that because that's what works and what you all like. But we also need to um, add more people to this in various ways. And if we're not going to add more people to the live sales, um, we need to, and you can't put all your eggs in one basket. So we need to find other streams for people to find us and for people to be able to purchase from us. We have shops on YouTube, we have shops on Facebook and Instagram, and every once in a while we will get a Facebook shop purchase, but those aren't really where people are purchasing from, and I don't think Facebook and Instagram are really pushing people toward those very much. So we're trying to figure out how to maximize social media to get people to our website is really what we're hoping to do. Andrew says, like, I post shirtless dudes one day and I'll get thousands and thousands of views, and then do it again the next day and get two. Yeah, there's like can be no difference in what you're posting, but it doesn't work from one day to the next. Andrew says, yeah, our AGB fam keeps us going. We just need to increase the fam size. That's where we're at right now. Y'all keep us going. Those of you who are, steadfast watchers and listeners and interactors and the family. Um, we just need to build that. We need to grow that. And in order for us to, I don't want to get too dire, but we need to make it through this year. And last year did not leave us at the best footing to do that. So um, we need to really push and figure out how we can continue to do what we do, and also continue. We need to grow. We need to grow. So that is that's kind of like what we're doing and what we're talking about, and how we go into 2026 with all of this in mind, and knowing how last year was, and yet push forward and try to keep the momentum going, or build the momentum and keep the momentum going. um, I feel like there are things that are definitely um, picking up momentum. The physical store is picking up a little momentum. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. And it's good. It's good to see. It feels good to be there and have people come in and sit down and make things with us and want to buy things and want to support us. That feels good. So that's starting to happen. We're seeing that. Uh, it's not where the Ligonier location was before it started to kind of die down a little bit here too. So we're just we need the the at least the three, the live sales, the physical store sales, and the online store sales. And if we can figure out a way to grow all of those even just a little bit, um, it would really help. So that's what we're working on. That's what we talked a little bit about in the car on the ride here. And Andrew says, I think we're on the right track. We just have to get over the hump. Yeah. And it seems like every time we feel like we're getting over, get just about to crest the hump, something happened. My health takes a dive. My other job took a dive. So there are all these things that, we've had some fantastic things happen, and we've had amazing support. Uh, like, we went to Italy, which is an amazing thing that I to about until 2 or 3 weeks before we left, I still wasn't sure that I was going to be able to go on that trip. Um, and we pushed and we did that, and sometimes things like that make people think you're doing just great. Like, you wouldn't do that if you weren't doing great, but that's not the case. We pushed really hard for that. You all helped us with that. Many of you supported us like crazy to make that happen. And but it shows us the power of our family, the AG Bead fam, and the community, and what we could really do, if we could really activate that and get more people included in that and really rallying around all of this. Um, there's a huge, we see the possibility of the things we could do, and we're ready to do more great things rather than just try to keep our heads above water. We want to do more. And and sometimes that's the hard thing too, is that we are people that want to keep doing more. We want to do more for the community. We want to do more for the bead world in general, the jewelry world in general. You want to we want to be a force for good. um, Anderson's like, we started getting more people come into the store, and they discontinued my student loan plan. So now we have the extra bill. Yeah, it's kind of something all the time. But you know, there are a lot. I think there are a lot of businesses out there that are very much business based, right? It is the business that they are about. And maybe we should be more like that. But even those businesses are having a hard time. So I was going to say, maybe if we were more like that, we'd have less of a hard time. But even they are having a hard time. And, they are not making their purpose to try to give back in any way or try to create community in any way. They are just purely out there to sell things that people might want. And um, sometimes that is like, should we be doing that? It goes against who we are. Um, but we're like, are they doing better? Is that what it takes to make it right now? But they're not really. And I mean, I'm sure some are. There are stories on each side, but I think um, I think a lot of those are even having a hard time. So that's not the way, and it doesn't feel like the way for us. Um, and it doesn't feel right to us to be that way. And the fact that it doesn't seem like it's working great for all of them is one of those whole things. And it just kind of adds to the fact that it doesn't seem like the right move. But how do we grow a community? How do we attract the people that want to be that kind of community is the question. And what are we not doing right now? Because we feel we're fairly community focused, but what can we do more? What, uh, you know, and I don't know what the answer to that is. If y'all have any suggestions, feel free to put them in the comments. But yeah, we are trying to figure that out. Andrew said a few things here. He says, like, he says there's a bunch of big businesses that are going bankrupt. Yeah, big businesses that only tailor toward trying to make the business, like sell stuff. And that's their bottom line, is to sell stuff. Um, our bottom line has to be that, but really our bottom line is to create community and make this, a thing that people enjoy and bring joy to people's lives, and and grow that. And I think, one of the reasons we are in a tighter spot is because we have pushed for growth for our entire, 14 years in business. We've always pushed to grow. and do more things. And maybe that's to a detriment sometimes, but at the same point, um, you know, I don't know if we could, I don't we don't want to just be the other option to that is to stagnate, or is to just turn into a selling platform. And if you're not doing more, if you're not trying to push, if you're not trying to grow community, if you're not trying to do more with your community, then what's the point of it? Just being in business for years and years and years just to sell stuff doesn't feel right. Um, anyway, so that's kind of, Andrew says, I'm thankful for what we have. Yes, we are both incredibly thankful for what we have. We just want to keep it, and we want we want to continue um, creating more of it. Um, it's yeah. I mean, it makes me emotional sometimes to think about the support that we do have. And sometimes I even feel guilty even saying we need more support, because y'all out there who watch are so incredibly supportive. Like, it's astounding to me how much support you give us. And many of you um really truly do. I mean, you watch us for like 2 to 3 hours most nights. Um, and to me, that's just incredible that you enjoy spending that time with us, and that you enjoy supporting us like this. And it feels like, it makes me feel guilty to say, but we need more. Um, but but that's the business end of things. And talking about business, we're not always great about that. Um, because we're in this for the community and the social and the family aspect of it. But the business side of things says we need more. um, and we don't mean that we need more from you. We're not trying to extract more. Y'all are giving, and we are so appreciative of it. But we need more to grow the family. We need to find people who, like I said, want to come into the physical store and make things, who prefer to buy in the online store. They don't want to watch the lives every day. They just want to grab stuff in the online store. And we need to figure out how to let them know what's there. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That's and so that's this is all coming up because these are some of the things we've been talking about. And if you saw Andrew's post about how hard last year was, um, that's where a lot of this is coming from. Um, let's see. Diane says you need to attract some rich patrons to the community. Don't ask me how you do it, but it worked for all those Renaissance painters. I know, right? We need to find a few that just love, love, love everything we do. Um, no, but really, we don't care. Um, we don't care if people spend $1 or if people spend $10,000. Um, you can always use more of the $10,000 coming in when you're a business. But for us, it's the people who watch, and the people who support, and the people who, when they are able to make the purchases. Andrew and I both grew up without a lot. Um, and we grew up being told, various things by a lot of people. Andrew talked about this a little bit in one of his posts earlier today as well, about how he was told a lot, to dream small or not to dream at all. And I started getting emotional thinking about all this, because we were both kind of in that predicament. And I wasn't, I guess, as much. I'm lucky that the things that I wanted to do, I was pretty supported in. Um, but they were also things that, look like they would, give you a good life. Like, I wanted to go to college, and I was only the second person in my family to ever have gone to college. And so that was a big thing. It was only my uncle before me who was able to go. And um, that was a big thing, and I was supported in that. But of course, that was something that should set you on the right track, right? Um, and I have that support, but um, Andrew's been told a lot in his life not to dream about this, or this is if you just do this and do this constantly and consistently, you'll make some kind of life, right? um and that's what I saw too growing up. My mom, um most of my family, they worked for one or two people their entire lives, and they just, whether they liked their job, whether they didn't, whether it was, you know, fair to them, whether it wasn't. Um, and I watched a lot of the women in my family deal with things that were very, very, very unfair. And they just, still they put their nose down, they worked, they made the best out of the situation they could. They they ranted, and they they complained when they needed to, and they vented if they needed to, and they made a life, and my mom supported two kids on that life that she made. But if I never saw like I don't know, I'm gonna start getting emotional, but I watched my mom. um I never knew what her dreams were because she never really talked about it. Getting emotional. And so when I see things like that, and when I hear things like that hello,
Howdy.
that Andrew talks about being told that, and it's
What I
hard
get being told?
not to dream too big.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people who do that.
And I was talking about my mom, like I don't know what my mom's dreams were growing up because she never talked about it. Like she was just head down and work and make a living. And you can do that. There's proof of that in both of our families, that you can put your head down and you can make a living. Um,
My
but
dad, he worked for so I don't know how much I've told about like my family history. I'm sure some of you who have been with us for a long time probably know, but both of my parents came from very humble beginnings. My mom is an immigrant from the Philippines, and they, where they grew up, she was one of 10 kids, and they lived in a nipa hut, which is basically a bamboo shack that's on stilts. Um, and so when she was in school, she didn't even have money for school supplies, so she had to forage for guavas, and she would trade guavas for pieces of paper and pencil.
which is wild to think.
And my dad was my grandparents survived the Great Depression, and were sharecroppers, and their house, I don't know if I've ever shown a picture of it, but it was a log cabin that they built themselves, and it had a dirt floor, and they were sharecroppers. So they picked cotton, and they would weigh the cotton. And my grandma used to tell me stories about how she hated this one lady because she would soak the cotton with water when it came to weighing time, and it wasn't fair because then
They got paid more.
they got paid more. And
Yeah.
anyway, so both of my parents were incredibly hard to build a life, and to sacrifice for us. And we didn't have a lot of money growing up, and in hindsight, I see that more, and how I can appreciate how much they struggled for us to have what we did. um but like my dad, he kind of gave up pursuing his own dreams so that he could provide for his family. And so he worked for 40 years as in the landscaping business. And um, when they finally got enough money so that he could retire, he had a few months before he died. So
Yeah.
it puts a lot of things in perspective for us, because I don't really think that our lives are meant to just work and just pay bills and just uh I mean, you can live off of bread and water, but should you have to? Like, isn't it good to dream of having something a little bit
having
more?
having a vegetable once in a while, right?
But like,
Yeah.
but that's the thing, is like, there's all these people who say that you should have less because they had less, or they don't think that you should, they want to bring you down so that you have
And
to
and I
struggle.
don't even know if they want to bring you down as much as they don't understand dreaming at all.
Well, I think it's one of those things where some people, if they suffer, they want you to suffer.
That
It's like
there are
misery
people.
loves company.
It's trauma bonding.
And the thing is like, that's cool. You can do that. But I don't want that. I don't want to have nothing. And if I had listened to every time somebody said no to me and said that I wasn't worthy enough or I wasn't good enough, I would be living in somebody's basement right now
Mhm.
and working for somebody else,
Or
making them money.
doing yard work.
I don't know about that because I'm not sturdy, but um, I feel like I would have been. I probably would have never went back to New York. I would have never met William. We would have never had Allegory Gallery.
Never known all of you.
There's a lot of things that, like, if I had listened to every time somebody tried to make me less than, I would not be where we are now.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, so here's the thing. We are not in such dire straits that it's like be the end of the world. But how do they knock on the door
I don't
like
know. The
that?
cats are knocking.
But
Cats are knocking.
like, we're also um in a in a spot right now where a lot of things are coming due
Hmm.
and a lot of things are changing. I mean, all of you have the internet. Y'all can see the internet and read the news. It's not easy. I mean, there's stuff like, the tariff situation. People like, oh, no, nothing, 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 nothing. But all of our prices have gone up on every single thing that we sell. And I mean, I am an excellent deal hunter, and I can find like good bargains and good value for our money. I can stretch it really far. But there's only it's a thing where there is not necessarily a breaking point, but there is something where it's just it's not as I don't even know how to say it. Where the issue is, we have a lot of stuff, like all of our bills have gone up
Hmm.
and all of our money has gone down.
That
And
doesn't work.
um like that's when we start having to like make harder decisions. And so that means, like, I don't know, we have to sell the house and move to like downsize to something smaller. I don't know if that means we have to go and live off in a camper at the cottage and poop in a bucket. I don't know how nuclear it has to be.
Yeah.
The goal is, before it gets to that point, to pay down some of the big bills and start creating a more sustainable practice so that we're not in this situation, because I kind of feel
Well,
like
a newly more sustainable, because we thought we were sustainable,
we were sustainable and
and
then
then
your job burned down.
right, and then tariffs, and then like there's
But
a lot that goes into that. So we have to figure out what the newly sustainable way.
but also, like, your heart, you literally got a heart condition from stress.
Yeah, I do believe
And
it was stress.
um like, I know people who they could just kept pushing, and they kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and they put their health at a secondary and put everybody else ahead of them. And it's just like, do we want to do that? Like, do you want to, like, work until you die
Right, and just do the work.
and then just always just barely being like, so the reason why I wrote my post is because we are in kind of a pickle, but I kind of feel like if we work really hard, we can kind of get through it. I don't know.
We always have.
I don't know. I'm kind of a fighter, and I'm one of those people who we took $10,000 and we turned it into our entire life.
Yeah, for the
So
last 14 years.
so I think there are people who told us no, and there are people who
Right.
did not believe in us. And they told us flat out, they said, you're not going to make it 6 months.
Mhm.
And they're gone now. So I think it's one of those things where we're just not going to let it happen. I don't know what that will mean for us if William or I have to get an extra job to make it go. I mean, when we had construction in front of the store, I had to pick up extra work, and I used to do trade shows for other people,
Yeah,
and that sucked ass. But I did it.
right.
We got through that,
Yeah.
and then it was got better, better, better. We moved into a bigger location. We got this new place.
Just as we did it,
Pandemic.
pandemic.
And I was like, shoot.
And that place never took off like the other ones did.
And that was hard.
Mhm.
And
And it was bigger, it was more rent. It
you
was,
know, the idea was that we have this bigger space, and that, like, we would get more traffic. And
yeah,
there was all these ideas of how that was going to be a better turn, and it was in a lot of ways. I'm not going to say that it wasn't,
yeah, it was worth it, but
and that was the decision we had to make at the time.
mhm.
But we if you look at how much we spent in rent the entire lifespan of our business, it was so much more than buying a building.
Yeah, always.
And our rent just kept going up, and we were working harder and harder.
7 days a week.
And like it was just like it was like a it was just like I don't think it would be sustainable now. And I honestly think, like, if we wouldn't have moved this shop to Johnstown, either me or you would have not, like, something would have happened.
Yeah,
Because you can't keep up that pace.
no.
It's just not sustainable.
Marianne says, what kind of person says to dream small? Dream big or go home?
Somebody named Donna. I mean, you can see the posts. I'm not making this stuff up.
Yeah,
Like, that's the thing, is people, like, when I tell stories, they think that I'm coming out pulling stuff out my butt. But if
yeah,
you look at my timeline, you can see the people saying the things that I'm responding to.
yeah.
It's not like I'm just like, oh, what would be fun?
Let's make up a story about how
I
people
can
are
trying to naysay you.
yeah.
I was like, you can see it.
Yeah, it's
It's there.
and Andrew gets a lot of that.
Yeah, and I think that's something, like, when you come clean and you're like you're having a financial problem, and you're like, hey, I need help. And then they're like, here, let me criticize your life choices.
Right.
I'm like, that's not helpful.
No.
If you're not gonna be helpful, get out the way.
Yeah.
I don't need any more people. And I get fired
Well,
up about this
yeah.
now because, like, if there's people who get in the way, I'm gonna mow you down. This is basically it.
And you all should
Because
do that. You should all do that. Um, this isn't just advice for Andrew and me. Like, if people get in the way of your dreaming, move them aside.
well, that's the thing is like if you're not being helpful, go somewhere else.
Right.
Be unhelpful somewhere
Yeah.
else.
The last thing you need when you're having a difficult time is for somebody to say, well, just keep being there and you'll be fine. Like, stop where you are
Or not
and you'll
even
be
stop
fine.
where you are. Make your dream last.
Yeah, just stay where you are and don't think about bigger things. Right? Just do just exactly what my mom did. Put your head down and just push.
You know, that
And
takes a lot of strength.
oh, I'm not.
Even
That's what I'm saying. Like, she was strong and but for me, it's sad as her son to like not know what her dreams were. Like not hear her talk about that. And now she does, and I do, like, I know things that things she might like to do, but and for her, thankfully, being a mother was one of her biggest dreams, so she got that. But it takes a lot of strength to do that. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying that that's but don't take somebody who is discussing their dreams with you and tell them that they need to be smaller.
Mhm. I mean, and also I didn't ask. So that's the other thing.
He's like, I didn't ask.
And I know that sounds like bad,
Lucy's here. Hello, Lucy.
but like we get I honestly I get this. William doesn't get this. I get where like I ask for advice for things like where do you find this thing? What's your favorite book? That if I ask, I'm good
I
with
want to
it.
know,
I
right?
want to know.
Yeah.
I'm open to receiving the answer. If you're gonna criticize me and try to make me feel bad and like put your life choices on me to make me feel less than because of whatever,
Yeah.
that's not cool.
No. No.
That's not cool. And I don't want it.
Kimberly says, have you looked into Whatnot? There are a lot of online retailers popping on there to sell. I've heard of it and I started looking at it. I think one of our friends in town was trying that at one point. Um, but I have not really, really looked into that. I'm like, it's like opening another platform is a thing that could work, but it also takes an insane amount of investment of time and energy to do. And if it's worth it, then maybe. Well, if it's worth it, yes, we'll figure that out. But it's hard to tell. Um,
I think one of the other things is we're in a position now where we just have to keep doing what we're doing to keep the lights on.
mhm.
So, like, the idea of trying to do something different on top of what we're already doing is like so daunting.
But that does jog my mind to, my memory to look into that a little bit more
I
again.
mean, I was researching it the other night and looking at different people who are doing it. We I know I'm not gonna say never say
Yeah.
never, but
Somebody we know mentioned that they make a lot of money on that.
yeah, but
Um,
also what is a lot of money,
right.
and also
What
what
is the investment and what is the
what
background?
there's all because some people will tell you they make a lot of money and then it's like $50
Because
and
to them, that's a lot of money.
that's cool, but you know
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we need to maybe look into different things. Marion says, I totally agree. And Cindy says, I love to dream. However, meeting William a few years ago has been amazing. One day I'll get to meet Andrew. I've been a fan since the TGBE.
you can keep dreaming.
Keep dreaming.
Maybe it will happen one day. The
Dream of
stars will
Andrew.
align.
Dream of Andrew. Hello, Angela. Thanks for joining us.
The thing is like we started the TGB. I don't know if people know that or not.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that
And, um,
was was pretty much.
me and Sarah did.
Yep, you and Sarah were the two that created that together.
And so um, then that's a bigger thing, a bigger uh can of worms. And I wish nothing but the best for
Yeah.
many of them. Do think that by leaving that, it caused we took a hit.
Hmm.
We took a big financial
Yeah,
hit.
because being something that we started, it was something that we invested a lot in.
On time, energy, and
Time, energy,
resources.
resources, friendships, relationships, partnerships. Um, we built a lot into that. And with the way we had to leave, um, that was difficult. We took a hit on that.
So I mean,
But that's
we
not to say something won't come.
forced out, but and it was my choice to kind of go to kind of prioritize mental health. However, mental health, whatever.
It's kind of important. Um, Marianne says it takes so much time to just research a new platform. Yeah.
Well, it's also like you can do all the things, and then say somebody sells the company, and then it's done.
What's that?
Like, for example, um, all those people who were Vine superstars,
Oh yeah.
Vine doesn't exist
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
There's a bunch like Etsy. There are people who are Etsy superstars,
And now
and
it's so
now
different.
it's a lot different. I mean, you can still make money on Etsy, but it's not the same as it was in the days of milk and honey.
Kimberly says, women like your mom who want to be a mom are amazing. I never wanted children and find it very challenging. I love my children and wouldn't trade them, but man, am I ready to have an empty nest. Yeah, that's that's how I felt for a lot of my life about children. Um,
Well,
and
you're gonna have to keep
he
feeling.
says you're gonna keep feeling that. And I changed for a while, and then I flipped back and
Well,
forth. But
okay. So when we got together, I had just always assumed that I would have kids because, like, that's what you did. You have kids, and so when he said that he don't have kids, it was kind of hard because it was something that I just had always thought would be um like my life. Like, I always thought that I would be a dad of the human children. And so when that kind of didn't happen, that was hard. But the idea of like not being with William was harder. So um so we kind of just did, you make choices. And now he, like, recently he was like, well, maybe we should, not recently as in like when we started having issues with stuff, but like maybe a
no.
couple years ago, he was like, when we were kind of at the more at the top of our game, he
Mhm.
was like, hey, do you think we should have kids?
Well, it was more like we're getting older. If we're going to do it, like having kids now, like I wouldn't want to have kids, like not anything against people who do, but I wouldn't want to have kids and have them be, like 20 or 30 and I'm in my 80s and they barely get any time with us. Like that's a me thing, but um so I
Well,
was like, if we're gonna have kids, we should consider if we're gonna have them.
and
And
somebody
we
was
were
like,
doing well at the time. So it was like,
somebody else was like, well, you'll never be ready, so you should just do it if you want it. And I'm like, that's dumb. And the reason why I say that is because um for gay people, it's not the same. It's not the same as just like you gonna do the sexy time, and maybe you get baby, maybe you don't get
right,
baby.
there's a chance
It's
it's coming. Like,
very expensive, y'all.
yeah.
And I don't know if y'all watch the news or not, but they are constantly threatening to take away parental rights of gay couples. So the idea of having a child and then having that child ripped away,
Yeah.
um, no thanks.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
I guess I'm not taking my own advice of not dreaming big, but I don't want to. I don't want that. Like, I don't want that for me, and I don't want that for somebody else, and I don't want.
Mm-mm. Cindy says, I'm hoping, LOL. Yes, I knew that, and I really haven't watched since you left. However, individually, I watched several of them.
Well, that's good. I
And
mean, I don't have any problem
no,
with most of them, but and like we still like I still talk to a bunch of folks, and like I'm
yeah.
cool with it.
Oh, Diane is here. Hello, Diane. Other Diane,
Which Diane?
Trepanier, and
Oh,
Davis was here also. I don't know if she's still here or not. TGBE is how I was introduced to Allegory Gallery. And Kimberly asked, why did you stop participating? That's a big thing.
who said that?
Kimberly.
Because I'm estranged from my sister.
Yeah.
Um, so there,
That
that's it.
that's
And it becomes complicated to I mean, it's more complicated than that.
yeah.
But you know, the no decision was taken lightly. And I feel like I was moving also in a different direction where I really believe in making the table bigger and having more
As we
uh,
were talking about earlier today, bigger
more
community.
simplicity and more community.
Hmm.
And there were people who did not have that same
They did not want that.
like idea of that.
Mm.
So like for me, I'm really invested in like how well I don't know now I'm kind of like little bit thunderstruck. And so we pulled back from working with other companies
Yeah.
dramatically. But at the time, it was my idea to um, you know, invest in new voices and get more people on board and, you know, have the rising tide raise all the boat.
Yeah.
And so some
That's
people,
something we've not said very often anymore, but that used to be our whole big thing is the rising tide raises all boats.
yeah, because I got thunderstruck.
Can't be that tide right now.
Now the tide washed
Tide
me
went
out.
out.
I'm drowning on the beach.
Flip
No,
flopping around on the beach.
correct. Like a beached whale. But so it just like some people they wanted to keep it in like small
Yeah,
and that's you know they're
that's a
valid in
choice.
that
Yeah,
choice. But it didn't really align well with what we wanted.
yeah.
And so
Let's see. Uh, Marianne says so many people are leaving Etsy platform for platforms like Ko-fi or Ko-fi.
Ko-Fi the one where they give you the tip for the coffee.
Um,
Is that
I
one?
don't know. Lucy says kids are overrated only because you can have cats and feel the same demanding neediness, except without some of the back talk.
I Have you met Ida
I
Bell?
know. Have you met Ida Bell?
You know, the thing about the kids is that like um
Michelle's here. Hello, Michelle.
they're like from a young age there was a lot of expectation put on me. Well, okay, let's
Are
bring
you
the
bringing up
trauma.
the trauma again?
So my brother, he disappeared for 22 years, and the idea, like my dad was very much into genealogy, and he wanted to continue
The men
the
continue the line.
Thornton name. And so when I came out as gay, he was very disappointed because that was the end of the line for him.
For him.
And because he had this idea that we're going to have all these like kids and they're going to look up in the family history and they're going to see his name and they're going to be like, that's his legacy.
Yeah.
And his legacy basically died. And so, because my one sister doesn't have kids, and then they all the my other sister, her children's names are different.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you know, the idea of the Thornton legacy was kind of like that was it for him. So I grew up with that in the back of my mind that I wanted to like carry on this legacy. And um there are things like 100 years before I was born, there was somebody who was named, had my name, and then 100 years before that, and so it's
Yeah. Lucy says, I really overlooked that pressure men have to continue the line.
wow.
It's a thing. I mean,
Mhm.
for some.
Yeah, they basically, my mom said, you can have bakla, but you have to have kids. So you have to have a wife. And they were telling me about how I could get a wife and then have like William on the side. Like,
yeah, have his man on the side.
I know, I was like, I don't know if you know
No,
this, but that's not really fair to.
anybody, but also that's not how it works.
I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe we have to have a throuple. That's our solution to all our financial woes,
Right?
is searching for our
Or
third or whatever.
third.
I have to go to them bars and like make eyes at people, like
We'll send
this is
Andrew out to make,
me,
if you saw him, he's making eyes at people.
blinking hard at them like a cat,
Right?
and then be like, "You'll have to submit financial statements."
Marion says that would be awful to form bonds and then have them torn asunder.
Yeah, and I think but also we're reaching a point where our lives are not necessarily,
Marion says it has worked in the past.
I don't know, it's like, it's not, I don't know. But anyway, so like, I mean, I just
Where do
like,
you go from there, right?
I don't know. Anyways,
Cindy says someday, hopefully, Jen comes back. LOL. For the
she's got a husband.
for the tutorials and
Oh,
no,
I don't think she
she
needs to be my
she's
wife.
um
Be like, guess what, Jed?
I know we
They
just
nominated you to be the bearer of my children.
right. We just we talked with Jen a little bit in comments and stuff and messages and she's very happy doing what she's doing and she does not have time. Because we would love to have Jen come back and do some more tutorials and stuff.
She said maybe,
But
but not in the foreseeable
yeah,
future.
maybe summer. The thing with Jen is, so she drives bus now, and in the summer she's mostly off. She does sometimes trips and things, but she also is her own artist, and she goes to a lot of shows. So all summer long, when she's not at doing the bus thing, she also, yeah, does a lot of her own shows and festivals. She loves music festivals and she sets up her shop there and all
Mhm.
that. Um, let's see. Diane says, that's funny. You can be gay as long as you father a child first.
I was like, well, who knows? Maybe there's some 20-something-year-old child that's gonna pop out of somewhere and be like, "Hey,"
Right. Uh,
there'll be a big surprise.
I don't know who is DC Squirrel.
Mm,
I don't know who DC Squirrel is on YouTube, but it says, I just wondered what someone would think who just came into the live.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, it'd be what Marion says, that is an ongoing thing with AG lives.
Correct.
Yeah. You never know what's gonna be
You gotta
popping up.
hang on.
Yeah.
It's like a roller
Hang
coaster.
on tight, y'all. Um, let's see. Oh, that makes sense. It's Laura.
Laura Balkin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Laura Balkin. Hello. Thanks for joining. Good to see you here again. Um,
been a minute.
Cindy says, yeah, I know. I talked to her too. She's doing great. I just miss her. I know, we do too.
That's the thing also, is like if we were in if we were in a little bit better position, then we could offer that,
Yeah.
because we used to pay her to do the tutorials.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's like, you know,
When you're just keeping up with bills, it's hard to add
add more.
more to that, even though if you want to, and even if they want to, and
So
like
I mean, that's
it would be great if we could just hire Jen so she could leave her other job and then
mhm.
she could help run the store, help me with packing and shipping, and do tutorials. Like it'd be a full-time gig.
V
We
could
could
come back.
V could come back. We could hire V back, add things to the online store. V was amazing at adding things to the online store.
Miss V.
Yeah.
Have Ren come.
Have Ren come and organize.
Holy smokes. We'd be on fire, y'all.
We have room.
Unstoppable.
We have room and positions for lots of people.
Oh no, we would be unstoppable, y'all.
Yeah. And we just gotta do what we can to get there. And hopefully that can all happen. Hopefully that can happen. Anyway, we better get started, or Andrew's going to be doing the lives by himself here tonight, the lots. Because I
have some work that I also have to do.
because I gotta.
But it's better when William's here, right? Because then we don't do the trauma talk.
We just did. I started it. What are you talking about?
No, but I done deep. I
You
like
dug
put my heels into it.
Yeah. Well, that happens
But
sometimes.
that's the AGB. Like, you know, that's the thing. Like, we feel really
We are nothing
fortunate.
if not transparent, I think.
I know. I hold back.
We
I
do hold
tell
back some.
everything.
Imagine that. For those of
Believe
you
it
who
or not,
watch.
y'all think I got the diarrhea of the mouth, but there's a little bit of a little bit of a filter.
There's a little
I hold
catch.
back.
There's a little.
I
It
clench.
doesn't catch all, but it catches some.
I clench.
You clench.
I clench more than people think. There's somebody said I could never tell you anything and this is a direct quote. I could never tell you anything because then you would just tell everyone. I said, y'all don't even know the stuff.
You don't know the secrets Andrew keeps. I don't know all the secrets Andrew keeps.
Correct. And I don't even want to know them. I'm like, I actively work on
Forgetting stuff. Don't tell me these things, everybody. Cindy says, if I was closer, I'd love to work for you for beads. LOL.
Come on over.
I know, right? Unpaid interns, not the best way, says Marianne. You know, they could get us some places though.
We
Get
used to
that.
have people that we would trade for work for beads, and that worked for us a long time.
We do need to look into possible college interns though.
Now that we have okay, so here's the thing about that, because I have looked into it. Because when we were in Ligonier, the store in Ligonier, we could have applied for the Seton Hill interns.
Mhm.
Because the physical shop is in Johnstown, we're no longer eligible for them.
Not for them, but
Maybe
UPJ or
UPJ or St. Francis,
other schools in the area.
but it's it's a whole different, like the contact that I have is completely different people. And so the other thing is like we could in theory have them at the cottage, but we don't have a bathroom. So that makes us ineligible to have that.
Yeah.
Because you have to have certain conditions for the interns.
But it just makes sense.
Because what are they going to do? They're going to be like, I got a UTI, thanks.
Right? Yeah. Marion says, I know Andrew has secrets.
How do you know?
They can just tell, Andrew. They can tell. Well, if you know anything about how much people just seem to open up and tell Andrew things, good and bad, you can just imagine. He has secrets. All right. We're going to flip the camera around at least here. We got to get this show on the road. Hopefully we'll sell some stuff today and help keep us.
Did you even tell them about the teaching? Has there all been trauma?
No, I talked all about being in Pittsburgh today and talked about how great the students were. And
yeah, they were good.
They were amazing.
They get A+.
Yeah. And yeah, we talked a lot about that at the beginning.
Kids, they laughed at my jokes.
Yeah, they did. This is like one of the first groups that were laughing. Even the teacher was laughing at your jokes. She was really laughing at your jokes. She got you.
Some of the people I tell the jokes and they just look at me like they're like.
Yeah. We've had other students and they're just like they don't get the references. They don't. We had to ask kids if they knew what a push pop was though today.
It was hilarious.
And actually, some of them knew what a push button. I'm like, do they have those? And they're like, no, but my dad told me about them.
The old-timey story.
The old-timey story.
Like, you know the ones that you
The
lit?
teacher's like, yeah, we ate a lot of paper back then.
Correct.
Correct.
Anyway, so that they were good. Beat in the New Year still happening.
Yes, it is. It's going on good. Y'all are giving it your all for beating the new year. I went
Keep it up.
last night because I didn't have a chance all day yesterday to look at things. So after I got back from Johnstown and after I took a shower while Andrew was cooking, I was looking at everybody's ethereal stuff, and there were tons of things. And I started sharing them. So I shared those on our stories and whatnot. But yeah, y'all are going crazy for it. Thank you so much. If you have no idea what we're talking about, it's Beat in the New Year, and it's at allegorygallery.com. You can see all about it. But it's a calendar we put out in January, and every day in January has a prompt for you to complete. You can do as many or as few of them as you want. It's up to you. You can do them in order or out of order. You can save that calendar and use it throughout the rest of the year. But right now, tons of people are dropping their designs in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group on Facebook, and also tagging us on Instagram and all that too. But yeah, today is to create a design that what's I don't forget the wording I did, but that signifies the word love to you. So to create a design that signifies the word love, and that's today's challenge. And already there have been some throughout the day that people have posted. So that's good. Kimberly says the calendar is so fun. Good. I'm glad people are enjoying it. We want people to have fun with it. All right, so let's try and see if y'all want some stuff today. What letters do I use today? Oops. This is just one I know I have not done before. DQW lots. DQW. So this has been scrolling at the bottom of your screen. If you don't know how to purchase from us and you're new, or you're wondering how you can do that, if you'd like to purchase, take down this. We're very high tech with our paper. Take down this lot number, DQW1 through whatever number we go to. Take down the one you want. We'll put a little price right here, and that'll tell you how much that item is. If there's a number in this corner, that means there are that many of that item at that price. Just take that number, DQW1, for example, put it in the subject line of an email, and send that email to info@allegorygallery.com. It's super simple once you get into it. Add us to your email list, make it even easier, your contact list, and info@allegorygallery.com. And send us that. First come, first serve for everything that we have. We do it by email because we are streaming on lots of platforms, and comments to know when they've come in is insane. So we just take the emails as they come in. It's the best way to do it. And we have history on everything in case we have to go back and look at anything. Kimberly says Dairy Queen wins. That's funny because as soon as I typed in DQW lots to make sure I never did it before, Dairy Queen was one of the first websites that popped up in the search bar. Yeah. So you're on the same track as Siri. Marianne says, darn it, Kimberly, now I want a blizzard. I haven't had a blizzard in many, many, many years.
They used to have a Dairy Queen in town. It's called the Gay Dairy Queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But that's long been gone.
yeah.
They let that sit too long on property, and then it started getting crumbled by
Fell into disrepair.
and then they turned into a parking lot.
All right, this first lot, $11. There is only one of these available. Let me get it out of the bag. DQW1. Oops, let me open my email too so I get that opened up. Okay, where are we? Make sure I'm in my inbox. Okay. Da, da, da. DQW1 is this beautiful vintage check glass button with the dragonfly. Hand painted. Marianne's favorite color.
Oh, pink.
Pink. Pink button with a blue, black with those red eyes. Look at those red eyes. Dragonfly. This is a large button, vintage check. It has a metal shank on it. And this is a 31 millimeter button. Nice big button, $11. That's a great price, I think. Vintage check glass. One available only.
Here you go.
Oh, you got something for me? Everybody's talking about their favorite blizzards. How much is this?
I could do it. Maybe you gonna sell them by the piece? They're like 50 cents a piece. Or do you want to sell it by the lot?
I'm just gonna do by the lot. So 350. $3.50. These cute little vintage check buttons
The dog.
of puppy dogs. We know we got dog lovers out there watching.
We never do dog. Well,
Oh.
it's hardly ever. Because we are cat people.
We are cat people. So we've got dogs, little dog buttons, cute little things.
Somebody asked me why I don't do lacrosse sticks. I said, do I look like I play that?
14 millimeter buttons. Everybody's talking about their favorite Dairy Queen blizzards. Kimberly says, my favorite was the Nerd Blizzard. Now it's Heath. I used to love the Nerd Blizzard too.
That was a thing.
Yeah, the nerds. My other one is, of course, just cookies and cream. That's, I think, the one I ate the most. Marion says, my favorite is Skor, Skor. That's a candy bar, right? Which is very similar to Heath, I think, she says. I like Skor too, says Kimberly. Yeah.
I don't even know that's the thing.
Lucy says, we have a heat wave. That's nice. We did not have a heat wave. It got colder today.
Still relatively warm now.
It is pretty nice for the middle of, for the beginning of
You
January.
better claim it.
No.
Yeah, I want more. $4.
Oh, so we're moving this to $4. Andrew found another one. They're 50 cents a button is what they come to. So we've changed that to 4. If that's a problem for anyone who might have an email on the way, let us know, but I don't think so.
Well, I wanted to make it so that it's like an even
Yeah, even number, yeah.
Like the sad numbers, this like we have fractions.
Marion says currently -3 and sunny.
-3.
Yeah.
Bye.
Laura says, does modern cat litter really control scent or is that a marketing lie?
No control scent.
It does pretty well. We get the 24/7 high powered stuff because we got 5 cats. And it does actually do a pretty good job.
If we didn't, it would turn their black.
Yeah. Okay. Now 2 just sold. Thank you so much.
See that extra button.
An extra button did it. Okay. DQW3. You got something else for me or should I pick?
I got some.
You got something?
They're all a little bit different size, but 50-cent button too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here, 6.
$6.
They like cutlasses. You know that car?
Oh yeah, I haven't heard that name in a while.
That's the one that Adam Binder in the book I listened to used to draw.
So these are little car buttons. They got a little car etched into them from behind. That's not etched on the surface.
I don't know how they do that.
This is a mini one, the mini button. There's one mini button in here.
Some kind of voodoo.
It's like a hatchback mini button.
I think they put the pattern and then they put the clear on top.
Yeah, because it's really cool. It's just like kind of a pearlescent ghost image of a car. And are these cars different? Or are they all the same? They're the same.
I thought they were the same.
Yeah, they're the same.
But anyway, yeah, he drives that car in the books. And
Let's
did
see.
you used to sell Triumphs? Is that what it is?
Yep.
And did
Triumph
you
car.
sell motorcycles?
No, that's a different thing.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, I don't know if the companies.
The dude has a Triumph motorcycle. I was like,
I think my boss had a Triumph motorcycle for a while. I don't know if my dad had a Triumph motorcycle for a while.
did your mom have a Triumph motorcycle?
I don't think I think she had a Kawasaki for a while. They used to. My mom and dad used to go riding together before us kids.
That's what happened.
And then, yeah,
And the kids.
and you have kids.
A picture of your grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, that was an Indian motorcycle. I think that was my grandfather's Indian motorcycle.
You want to do story time real fast.
And story time real fast.
Let's just show the picture.
That's not even a good picture of it.
The image transfer.
Laura says those temps are too cold. It's a high of 60 for me today in DC. So that's this is an image transfer that my sister-in-law did. But that's my gram and my pap on his motorcycle together.
Don't they look cool?
Yeah.
Like this, like a rebel without a cause.
I think I own those boots now and they actually fit.
Did that?
Mm-hmm. They're in the closet there. But like, I don't know what cap he's wearing. I like his hat. She's all dressed up.
Did you know that they?
Of course, she's in boots and pants, which back then would have been a big thing for a woman to wear pants.
Did you know that they did their honeymoon in here in Ligonier?
Yeah, I mean,
where they made Aunt Deb.
Oh boy, oh boy. Very cool, William. Yeah, they were pretty cool. They were always pretty cool.
I like them.
Yeah.
How about this?
1, 2, 3. What are those?
Acorn.
$3. It's this nice looking Indian motorcycle. Yeah, it was a nice bike. My grandfather, there was an Indian dealership or a dealer. And I don't know if it was the dealership or if it was my grandfather's where he used to buy his cars. But the guy at the dealership wanted that motorcycle so bad because my grandfather, it was a vintage, and he parked it, and once he had kids, I think my grandmother kind of forbade him to ride it because it was a very powerful, I guess, motorcycle. And so he parked it and it just sat in the garage. He'd start it up every once in a while just to, clean it out and all that. But the guy at and he would never sell it, never sell it, never sell it. And then when he passed away, my cousin took the motorcycle because he had always wanted it too. But my grandfather thought when he was younger he was going to kill himself on it, so he never got to ride it. And now I believe he has it.
When if you ride that?
I don't know. Probably. I would assume so.
He's a little bit wild, wasn't he?
He was. I think he's calmed down in his older age. Yeah. Yeah. DQW5.
I'm not wild anymore.
I know, right? Did I measure these? These are about 14 millimeters too. 13, 13 and a half. Let me do this one. I know some people like this snake button. We have another one of these snake buttons.
Do people like these little ones?
You like the little buttons? So far, we've only sold the one lot of them.
We all know like white.
Here's a white snake.
White snake.
Well, white with gold. White, I know. White with a gold snake. Metal shank. DQW5. This is vintage Czech as well. And this one is about 18. Lucy has a heat wave in Bendigo region, predicted to intensify to severe. So luckily I'm headed to the pool. Yeah, we're having I wouldn't say a heat wave, but it's warmer now than it normally is in January.
We have to pick up the trash in our yard.
I talked about that too. Like that really windy night, then it just covered everything with snow. So we had no idea what was all lurking underneath the snow until it all melted down.
It's broken glass.
Broken glass.
So you need to be careful when you go out.
Okay. How much are these ones? Dollar. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3 different sizes, 4 different sizes. 6, $3.
Yeah, sure.
These are cute.
I like them.
Yeah, these are really cute.
Those are a little bit different.
These are different. There are 4 different sizes here. So let me give you sizes first. There's 15 and a half. 2 of them that are 13. 2 of them that are 11. And 1 of them that is about 9. And they look like this. With glass shanks. Super cute. I've never seen this style before.
Don't worry about it.
I've not seen the cars and the acorns before either, but these are very different.
Digging deep today.
Digging deep into his stash.
My button stash.
DQW7. $2.50.
We should actually add an extra day to beat in the new year, and it can be use a button.
Use a button in your design. Bonus day. So this is
Finished.
not finished. So this is like those other ones, but this time in green and black.
Keep beating.
Keep beating. February extended edition.
We do it every day.
Wouldn't that be something? How many prompts? 365 prompts.
That'd be fun.
Is this a leap year?
I'm thinking of break your brain a little bit.
Yeah, to try and figure out a different one every day. 365 different prompts. And then to actually complete them for the people out there. You can do 13. These are all the 13 millimeter size.
Catch up.
I'm gonna catch up. He hasn't yet.
We'll get to day 2.
Yeah. Let's see what we got on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 for all those. DQW8. $5. Not a leap year, says Marianne. Marianne says it's supposed to be above 0 for several days starting Saturday. Nice.
That's too cold, y'all.
These are a little purple and black.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum though, if you like that.
That one's all black. These bigger ones are all black. And then some little ones in all black. And blue and black. And purple and black.
These ones black?
They match these ones? Yeah, some of these are the same. You put them in there?
Yeah.
Change the price?
I don't know, whatever you want to do.
We'll just leave it. Those other ones are tiny. So we'll add these ones. These are bigger ones in all black. Or blue? All black? It's hard to tell. There's a brown one. Yeah, these are all different. This is a mix. Nice mix of buttons. How about that for $5? DQW8. We're not gonna be too precious about it. Nobody wants it. So far, nobody does want them. Nobody wants any of them. Ah. What do y'all want? We had 23 people watching earlier, and now we're at 11.
Well, let's stop talking the trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Give the secrets.
Everybody wants to trauma bond with us.
You want to hear all the tea about people in the bead world.
In the bead world.
The fun stories.
The fun stories. Andrew's got lots of fun stories. It's like gather around. You just got to promise to buy while you're here.
Unleash the Kraken. How unpopular would I be?
I know, right?
I would get a season, like stack of season. I'm like, it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
People bought stuff.
Mm-hmm. We sold some $5 bags.
These are Zodiac buttons in black.
Some buttons.
I'm trying one more thing. Zodiac buttons in black. There are 2 of them available. They're $6 each. They are 22.5 millimeters approximately. DQW9. It is $4.39.
How much longer do you have before you have to go?
I have to leave about 5:30ish. So we've got
Do you even know what you're gonna do in your class?
No, I don't. I do not know. Depends what I have available to me. I can't even remember what I have done or what I have in the works other than my test tiles. I don't know if I have any vessels already made. Can't remember. I'm gonna start putting some of this away so we make some room here.
Yeah, how do folks buy stuff?
DQW.
I
No.
I didn't even think of that.
DQW3 are the little cars. You get all of these car buttons for $6 in this kind of pearlescent. They're pearlescent white. Okay, people really don't want buttons today. Buttons were popular for a few days.
They're buttoned out.
Buttoned out. DQW4. These are the acorn buttons.
What about this?
I hear somebody out there.
You think that's good?
This could be fun. What is this? Carved bone?
Yeah.
And how much for that?
$2.
DQW10. Carved bone. I don't know what they say.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody Google Translate that.
Google Translate that. Carved bone pendants. $2 for both of them. Let me move it up here so I can. And I'm going to put away this other one. That's that bag. That's that bag. Huh. Oh, I think I'll use that bag. No, put this in here. Somebody says, I'm still here. However, I'm waiting on KY new card to come in the mail. I hate to be buttonholed, says Mary Ann.
What?
People getting wild in the comments.
Getting KY? What?
I don't know. Waiting on, I think just waiting on my new card to come in the mail.
I was like, KY? What y'all doing? Getting slippery?
Oh my goodness. I can't believe nobody's grabbing these. $3 for those are beautiful glass buttons. I like that style.
Do y'all want more check glass? Or y'all check glass out?
Nobody's saying what they. Mary says Kentucky. I know that's why I was like Kentucky.
KY is
KY personal lubricant.
I don't know if y'all know that. You can use it as a mold release. Silicone based.
Silicone-based mold release.
So, in case you're wondering about that.
Let's see here. DQW11. Let's see what I have over here too.
Yeah, what do you want? Let's see if I can make any wishes happen.
Any wishes come through?
Because like it makes me so tired sometimes. Like, just like I don't know.
Us picking all the time?
No, I was gonna say talking shit, but
Oh, that.
it'd be nice to like focus on not that. Me talking smack.
Change the attention.
Yeah, I don't want, but if you work at a lot of people watching, I don't know if that translates to anything.
I know.
Whatever.
Cindy says, I need metal spacer beads.
Okay.
Andrew's favorite thing.
You want some crimpins too? There you go. We're granted.
Wish granted.
How's that for influence?
Let's see. I don't know if you've got these ones. These are $3 a tube. I've got 6 tubes available. These are. Cindy says, sure, crimps, LOL. These are little star spacers.
Joking.
Star spacers. You get a whole tube of those. DQW11. $3 of that.
Come on, crimp covers. Here you go.
I need those for the store.
Forgot. We at one point, Jen had to count out 11 billion of them, and they're somewhere.
They're somewhere. I think they're in one of these boxes right now. Are we really selling these?
I don't know. You all want crimp and covers?
Is that the price on them?
$3.
Yeah.
I could do $3.
Okay.
I mean, price of metal went up, but you're getting a deal.
DQW12. $3. These are copper crimp covers.
What else y'all want? Color, shape, material.
Copper crimp covers. Set of 10 for $3. That's the old price. And how many of these do I have here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 4 of these available.
Did anybody say anything?
No. Marion says, nope, got those.
The spacers?
Maybe the crimp covers.
Mm-hmm.
It's my bag of goodies here.
I can dig something out for you.
Huh?
I can do the. They got the axe or something. Otherwise, I'm gonna my butt's in full sleep.
Let's see here. DQW13. Oh, Marianne said it was the spacers. She's got the spacers. This was 8, doing it for 6. Table cut vintage check glass. Oh, we did just sell one of the tubes of spacers.
What?
And these beads are approximately 9 millimeters by, let me give you the link, 9 by 12. 1 strand available. QW13.
Nobody wanted those bones?
Nope.
What else you want?
What else does everybody want? Andrew's trying to grant wishes here.
I know. So far, I've been successful with that one.
That one. That one wish. Made it happen.
I kind of like it. It's like Make a Wish, but without the like stick kids.
Yeah. Let's see here. We had this at 24. Let's do this maybe 18. Oh, we sold one of the packages of print covers. What? How about this?
Color.
How about this beautiful DQW 14? Beautiful pendant. Gold foil with gold stone and cane work in there. Was $24, now $18. One available.
You can like make a wish. It can be like a
Cindy says chain.
chain. That's gonna be interesting. And
And
then
people haven't been buying much of the pearls lately. I got lots of pearls, but nobody wants pearls lately.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Oh, pearls. Those are my favorite.
Mine too. They've been a hard selling, so I'm gonna skip those. Aquamarine hasn't been selling lately.
March is coming up.
Yep. Ooh. Oh, this little. Let's do this at 8. Marion says green pearls? Question mark. I don't know. I have to look. You got green pearls over there?
Not over here, but I have them.
DQW 15 Lamport glass, putting it at $8. $8 to see if anybody wants to grab at it. Okay, set it down. Got this at 24 millimeters by 30 millimeters. Lamport glass, beautiful colors. $8. Leslie says, "Oh wow, you were on early. It's Wednesday. It's the afternoon edition."
He goes to class.
I go to my pottery class. Diane says, "I have 3 shoe boxes of pearls."
That's nice.
How much is this chain?
Base metal chain.
What's that mean to me?
I don't know, $6.
Okay. DQW 16. Whoa. Careful, my mandolin's getting bashed. Chain. And this is, I don't know how long. Let me see how long this is. 1, 2, 3, 3. About 4 foot of chain. 4 foot of chain, $6. And I'll give you a look again. Let me move the lights up here. There you go. So he says, "I'm asking for this, but again, need my card." Well, get it now. And then we invoice you. And when you get your card, you pay it. How about that? How does that work? You'll be getting it soon. They send those cards right quick. I know. We just sold 15. That's the Lamport glass. Thank you so much. And we just sold 16, the chain. Thank you so much. It's a fun chain. Never seen chain like that. Kind of hammered on the edge. All right. Andrew left us. So now, oh, he's back. Who you got? Oh,
Green pearls.
he says green pearls. Found some green pearls.
That's Horton.
Ooh, faceted too.
Mm-hmm.
How much are those?
26.
26?
They should be 32, but I could do 26.
Good deal on those, y'all. Look at these beauties.
I was gonna make pea pod pendants with those.
Pea pod pendants.
And they were gonna be like the peas.
The peas in the pea pod.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those vintage, faceted, large.
I ran
Freshwater.
down the stairs for you for that.
Yeah, you did. These are 9mm pearls.
All right, keep it coming. What else do I want?
Anybody else?
Make a wish.
Make a wish.
I better not use that in case it's like copyright.
I know you're gonna get in trouble. Get us all in trouble.
Someone's gonna write an email.
Of course, we do say Total Request Live, and that was a thing.
Oh, this over.
He's like, that's over. Network doesn't even exist anymore. Wasn't that MTV?
What's his name? Carsondale? Is he even alive?
I don't know. We did just sell 17, so there you go.
All right. What's next?
What's the next request? Anybody got a request? Anybody got a request?
Did you sell the chain?
We did.
Uh-uh.
Marianne says, okay. Budget says no more, LOL. Okay, what do you want, Marianne?
Wow.
Who else got a request? Any requests? Andrew's taking requests today. We can do this when we're both here.
Maybe.
How you doing, Leslie? How's your day going? You get those kits all worked up? Now everyone's afraid to request because you're finding them all. All right, I guess I gotta find something in my stash here.
What else do I want? Dream big, y'all.
Dream big. Okay, these were 14, but I'll bring it down to 10. Vicky says, any coral rounds?
Of course.
Like, of course.
And more a little bit of my from my work table.
From your work table. He's gonna get them directly from his work table. Here's DQW 18. DQW 18. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. They were $14 for the set of handmade lampwork glass. Now $10, only $2 a bead. Beautiful colors in those. These would be great for like an Easter thing, I think. Got beautiful pastel colors. They remind me of little flowers on there. So lovely. Almost ethereal, I'd say. We were talking about all that yesterday for the ethereal prompt. And these are 12mm beads approximately. Leslie says, okay, yes, the kits are almost ready to roll out. Nice. Diane said those pearls were nice.
Yeah, they were mine.
He's like, they were mine.
You can't have them all.
How many can they have? What are we doing?
Let me make like a scoop.
Here, put a scoop in.
Show it.
Oh.
Is that the flavor you want, or you want something else? Because I'm not gonna. If you're like, nah,
This is from what Andrew was working on literally just the other day. Vicky, are those the kind of things you're looking for?
if it's a yeah, I will scoop some.
If it's a yeah, I'll scoop some.
If it's a no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep.
Just to give you an idea, these are around 6 millimeters to 3.5 millimeters, a variety.
Snack pack.
Marion says, at least he shares some things from the stash.
Hmm.
Says, at least he shares some things from the stash.
You got bills to pay.
Right.
I'm more sharing when that happens.
Leslie says, I'm aiming for Saturday. There's still a few available. Nice.
What kind of kit is that?
What kind of kit is it? Oh, we just sold 18. Thank you so much. Diane says, bead caps, interesting ones. And Vicky says, yes, sir. So she likes these. I'm going to put away 18 since it is sold. Interesting bead caps.
Interesting bead cap. You got a triangle over there?
I was going to say I did. It got knocked on the floor. Oh, this will be DQW 19. How much for your baggie? That's a little precious little baggie.
I know they're kind of expensive.
Is there even a rundown or a Heishi in there?
There's some old ones in there too.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Voice it with your hands first.
Huh?
Voice it with your hands first. Maybe 15.
15. Okay. Leslie said they're bracelet kits.
What kind?
$15 for this little baggie of vintage coral rounds and a few Heishis in there and some other things. It's from Andrew's little select mix.
Literally off my table.
Yeah, he was just using that the other day. DQW 19. He's still using them, right?
The tomato.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I was thinking of your other thing you made, portrait, but
yeah, I made that one too.
those are what made his portrait brooch.
Yeah, I'm doing a red one.
Have you shown that one yet?
Which one?
The coral one?
No.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I'm figuring out the back on them. I'm changing my back.
Okay.
Interesting bead cap.
Interesting bead caps. Any other requests? Oops. Keep knocking these around. They are lovely corals, says Marianne. They are all different colors. This was 12. I'm going to bring these down to 8. Oh, we did sell 19. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is this Venetian, this one?
I can't see it.
Okay. I can't tell.
Like
It looks like it to me. But I wanted to check before I said, because I was going to, oh no, I took it down to 18. Anyway, DQW 20 are these lampwork glass beads. There's 2, 4, 5 of them for $8. 5 of them for $8. Lampwork glass flower beads. Nice springtime bead. 14.5 millimeters. DQW 20. Let me put the coral away. Thank you, thank you. Nobody's requested anything else yet. Anybody else digging deep? What do you got? What do you want? What do you want us to show you? This one, is that Venetian?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So I didn't say that, y'all, but this is a Venetian glass pendant. Was 24, now 18. I love this. I think it's so pretty.
Back with that pocket.
No, that came from the stash, but
It was probably you get a better price.
you do, yeah. Yeah, that's an old price too, I'm sure. Let's see, what else is
I got angel wings. That's kind of a deep fat. I don't know if you'll want that. Is that too far of a stretch of the bead cap?
Well, we'll show it and see.
Technically, something that sits on top of the bead.
How much for that?
I don't know. How many are there?
5.
Uh, $3. I don't know.
$3, 5 copper bead capish wings.
No, that one's kind of a stretch.
That's a stretch for a bead cap.
There's a bag in here. I can't find it though. And it's full of my metal stuff.
It's DQW 21, $3 for 5 of the copper wings. Oh, we just sold 20. Thank you so much. What's the
There you go.
glass?
Yeah.
Interesting ones.
Let me see it. I see if it's silver.
He's like, gotta check that. That'll change the price dramatically.
I know it might be silver plated. I don't know. $5.
Okay, so a whole thing. Bead caps DQW22, $5. So these are multiple kinds of bead caps. There's this one, this one, this one. These look very like sea themed on these.
Anything else somebody want?
This one, same as that one, and then this one. Different kinds of bead caps, $5. $5. And then I have these Lamport glass beads. These were marked 15. I'm going to bring them down to 10. They're these beautiful little yellow flowers with, I love this red core. The red core on this, which is why I think they're a little bit more. Very pretty. DQW 23, $10 for the set of 4 of these. And they are 15 millimeter beads. I love those little flowers. They're so cute. We did just sell 21. Those are the little angel wings. Thank you so much. A little bit of a headache today.
Weather's changing.
Probably.
Okay.
Hopefully for the better. Anybody else request anything? Nothing.
Usually the headache is usually for the worst.
Let's hope not.
I don't know. I looked at the weather.
DQW 11. We just sold another one of the spacer beads. Thank you so much.
Don't be afraid to access the power of wishing and wanting.
Wishing and wanting. Andrew's letting the power flow right now.
Oh no, it's on.
It's turned on. All right, we did just sell the bead caps. Thank you.
There's some coral that's not round.
Coral that's not round. Let's see here. DQW 24.
Also, we put it, you don't like it, you don't have to get it.
Yeah.
So don't
It's
think
just
like I'm
more fun for
pressuring
us if you call out stuff and we can find it.
you.
Hopefully you'll like it and want to buy it, but
And also if I can find it.
yeah. How much is this coral? These are cute.
$8.
Ooh, I was gonna double that. I was gonna be at 16. So I'm gonna write 16 because that's worth 16, and then we're gonna go down to 8. Because that is a nice strand of vintage coral. Let me get the light up here.
If there's an artist bead you want, maybe I'll share.
Any artisan names?
Especially if it's something I don't like.
He's willing to give good deals on those he doesn't like.
You want some artwork from my estranged family member? Would you?
He's like, I got lots of artwork from them.
Best friend prize.
Best friend prize. Move it out of the house.
And I'm ready.
Yeah.
I almost pitched it the other day.
Oh, yeah.
But I should probably
It's like, I couldn't probably make something on this. Should at least make something off of it.
make up some money.
Coral beads, $8 Andrew priced that at. Turquoise colored rounds or rondelles, says Vicky.
Turquoise colored rounds or rondelle. Like this?
We just did those the other day. That's Larimar.
There's turquoise colors.
I know. I can't remember the price we had on these though. It was like, think 32 a strand.
Well, you ran it just the other day, then I'll find something else.
Although I don't know if I had multiples the other day. You may have just found multiples. I just can't remember what it was. Well, I think they were 32. I'm going to put them out at 32. If somebody wants one, EQW, because I can't remember if somebody didn't get one because I didn't know I had more.
Technically, you did.
Let's see.
It was from my private dancer.
Yeah, they weren't mine to sell, but I didn't even know he had them over here. So I do have multiples. DQW 25, Larimar rounds. This is vintage Larimar. These are approximately 9mm beads. $32 for the strand.
This small one, the rondelle, turquoise colored rondelle.
How much you want on that?
$2.
He's always doing half. I was about to say 4.
That's not unusual.
No, it is not unusual. Kimberly says, I am always interested in artisan beads, no matter who makes them.
Well, name it. I got a lot.
Yeah, you got any specific names in mind?
I also have artisan beads that I don't remember who made it. That is a common thing.
Yeah. These are these turquoise?
No, those highlight.
Is it?
It is just that I
It's
told you.
It's really nice highlight because it's actually like green veined. Like,
Well, it's not. It's highlighted.
it's really nice highlight, y'all.
You're gonna add the doubt. It's not. It's highlight. It's just rolled
I'm
on.
saying it is. I'm just saying it's really nice highlight. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at it.
Look at it. Look how nice that highlight is.
Highlight.
6mm rondelles, little tiny strand, $2.
What else do you want?
Cindy says, add them as gifts to the orders, the strange person stuff, and then they'll be gone. LOL.
What? What am I giving away for free?
And she's like, if you're gonna throw them out, at least give them away.
What am I throwing away?
The strange person's artwork.
Oh no! If it's going in the trash,
He says it's going in fire.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna light it up. You're gonna see a conflagration.
It is nice highlight, says Marianne. We just did sell that little highlight strand, so thank you. Let's see here. Kimberly says, I love all. AG, Zaz, XAZ, HW, I think it's Harrywood, GGS,
Harry Wood or Harry Williams Cooney.
just HW.
Also, I got more middle spacer.
LPR,
LPR.
Lisa, is that
Lisa Peters Rock.
Lisa Peters Russ? GE,
GE.
GE.
Gardan.
No, GE.
I don't know.
These are halfies.
Then,
Some of them are halfies.
and then so long as it's not.
I am. Oh, somebody just tried to grab 26 again. Sorry, that was sold. Who's GE? Oh, says Gardan. Oh, Gardan enamels. Okay, that makes sense.
You don't do lamp work anymore.
What's that?
You don't do lamp work anymore.
Oh, that makes sense.
He started off doing lamp work back in the day.
Okay, there's only one tube of each of these. These are 27. I'll take them out here so you can see. They look like that.
I think I have some of her stuff downstairs, but I have to dig through that.
And then oh, we did just sell a 25. Thank you so much. That's one of the Larimar.
Thanks.
Thank you, thank you.
Who did he, she said?
Okay, so XAZ,
Okay.
Harry Wood, GGS, Lisa Peters Russ, Ann Gardan says I like Tammy of Tea Beads and a gal named Melanie of Renaissance Women for lamp work. This is a tube of DQW28 are these metal spacers. A tube of those, $3. Okay, let me put some of these away because I'm running out of room. Number 8, all these buttons. Boy, these lights are terrible today. But I don't shun any creator, she says.
I do.
Well, find some you want to give away. Get away, Andrew.
Of what?
Of your creator beads. Who do you want to sell off?
This for Harry, I think.
That is Harry's. Not that we want to get rid of Harry's, but that's our job is to get rid of Harry's. DQW9 are these buttons. I gotta make some room here, y'all. We'll do this fast. DQW10 because it's almost time for me to go.
What number are you on?
28. DQW11, we still have some of these little spacers.
I have a box that Kimberly lose her mind over. It's all artisan bug beads.
Artisan bug beads.
But I don't want to sell them all.
He's not ready to part with those quite yet.
Not yet. I haven't got that.
I just haven't got that. Marion says, I shun some artists and vendors.
Oh, I do totally 100%. I live. I was like, what kind of shine? The perfect shine? Weird.
Says, oh, now you're speaking my language, bug beads.
But I'm not talking.
It's not so.
Sorry. If I start busting out the anchovies this out, then
You know times have gotten tough.
I was like, maybe I should.
Unless he's got the duplicates. Even that he doesn't like to do.
Maybe I'll start sharing.
Sharing.
Put them out in the world.
Price gone up on those.
I was like, I have to talk to Ann first. Like, how much is this worth now?
Yeah.
But some of those, like her prices, she did an increase. And they're still not as much as they could be.
No. I don't know how she does them in silver for the price she.
Like a voodoo.
Yeah.
I mean, this, you can just show that. You just show that.
Oh, the wings.
You don't show their wings. I'm gonna make fire by that.
Ethereal. Something ethereal.
That's a good one.
Right?
Did you see that dress, that Lady Macbeth dress? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Or do you not know I'm
So he says, how many of the last silver spacer beads do you have? One tube.
That's what I found.
One tube DQW 28. Still not sold. Send us that email if you want them. See what I've got in here. Any other goodies in here? Andrew's finding more goodies than me.
I'm tearing the room up.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know who made these. These are artisan beads. I like them. They're cute.
How much are they?
What do you think?
$6 for the pair?
But there's not a pair. It's like a set.
Huh?
Isn't there like 4 or 5 beads in there?
There's 4. There's the rondelles and the big ones. I was just figuring. I don't know.
$8.
$8. They are very ornate.
Those are nice. I'm trying to think of who made the. That's the thing. Also, I've been clicking for so long, and I didn't get it like all that, like and like a straight line.
Yeah. Oh, Cindy, DQW 22. I think there were still 4 of those available. There were a total of 6. And I think 22. Wait, 22. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Oh, 22 was the bead caps. If you mean DQW 11, the gold ones, the DQW 11s were, there are, 4 of them left. 4 tubes.
Caps.
So this is, I gotta give you the thing here, don't I? 29, $8 for the set. So you get the 2 of these big beads and those. So that's for the set, $8. And we just sold 27 and 28. Thank you. Those are the spacer bead tubes.
What about this?
We just tried to sell 28 again. Sorry, that was already gone. But we also sold 24, which is the coral. Thank you.
Well, you got a ghost one, right?
Yeah, I do. We're on, that'll be 30, this last one you gave me.
You want that?
I know, that's what I was wondering. Oh, 29 has just sold. Thank you so much. That's the artisan beads. lamp work. Those are really pretty. $8. That is a good price for those. And DQW30. How much for these bead caps?
I don't know.
Diane says, did I get 28? Diane, you did get 28. Yes. Yes, you did. How much did you say, Andrew?
$2.
$2. The last lot. Is it the last lot? Andrew shoots too low. These are metal bead caps and also looks like vintage plastic bead caps.
Metallized plastic.
Oh, metallicized plastic. All plastic. Some are looking plastic. Some are looking metal.
They electroform the plastic.
So you get a bunch of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, to about 23, 24 of them somewhere in there for $2.
They're fun.
They are fun. Are we doing any more?
Because you gotta go.
We gotta go. We got about 6 minutes.
6 minutes. How many am I gonna get in 6 minutes?
I don't know. Okay, we'll go. We'll
How
go.
many wishes can I fill in 6 minutes?
I don't know. I guess not enough. All right.
Maybe.
Oh,
Whatever you want. Any more wishes?
any more wishes?
I can look tonight.
Diane says if Cindy wants them, she can have them. I'm just stocking up.
Whatever we all want to do. Yeah, let me know if y'all have any wishes for things. I'm having my release party on Friday.
Oh, Kimberly wants to know the price on the beetle wings.
Oh, they're not for sale.
He's not selling those.
I might share some, but I don't even have no idea.
Okay, let's see.
I do have some beetles that are electroplated beetles.
Okay, please and thank you, says Cindy. Okay, so Cindy, that's nice of you, Diane. So giving up 28 for Cindy. I'm going to erase your 28 email, and that way I'll know Cindy gets that one. Okay, and 30 just did sell too. All right, y'all.
I do have some of these bugs, and they're the beetle wings, and they're electroformed. Some of the legs broke off.
Oh, I remember those.
And I was gonna set them, but I don't know. We'll see.
Were they here or at the cottage?
I think they're here somewhere.
Because I was going to sell them at one point, and I'm like, every one of these has a leg broken off. Yeah.
Could be at the cottage. Probably at the cottage.
It says, whoa, electroplated beetles, show and sell or tell? Question.
They're pretty cool, but I don't know where they are.
I was thinking they were at the cottage, that I saw them there.
I don't know. It's buried.
But
somewhere.
yeah, I was going to try and sell them, but I'm like, every single one of them has broken legs. So I was like, that doesn't make sense. But maybe I should just try. People may have liked them anyway. All right, y'all. I guess I got to go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I
You
gotta
gotta be late to your class.
I know. I got to pay for that. So thank you all for joining us. I will do the invoicing and spreadsheeting after I get back from my class. So if there's anything you wanted to rewind and take a look at, you still have time to claim.
Don't rewind too far where I'm complaining.
Don't rewind where he's complaining. Marion says there's always tomorrow. I think we're picking up our van tomorrow finally. So that's a good bit of news. But thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing evening and have fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
See ya.